Turn it off for them. Okay, here we go. Oh, we gotta switch it. I'm over there.
Hello,
We're
everybody.
Back. No. How epic was that? We're just gonna sit here all night.
Yep.
No, we're gonna talk and stuff. We should put some music on.
Yeah, we're gonna listen.
Yeah, something where we won't get blocked for once.
Okay.
Well, what? I thought you thought. No, it doesn't matter. I thought we discussed this. Hello, everybody.
All right. Today we're going to be talking about Tom DeLonge and To the Stars Academy. Now, I'm not sure exactly how much you already know about him. You were literally playing guitar to that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought that was that like only had like 1,000 views on YouTube, so I hope it wasn't copyrighted. I don't know. I don't know where.
I doubt it was copyrighted.
I thought it was so cool though. I heard it the other day. listen to some chill vibes for a little bit. Hold on. Hang on, this new setup I gotta get up.
Actually.
Holy shit. Sorry. Let's see.
Before we start talking about Tom DeLonge, hey, King Norcal.
Yeah, it's
I'm not too shaggy right now.
Oh my gosh, yeah, Shaggy got a makeover. He's shabby.
Shabby.
Shabby, snazzy. Smoothie. Who called you Smoothie?
Is this a cork?
I put the bottle opener over there in case it is. We're gonna have a glass of wine. So who's Tom DeLonge? We'll get into that shortly. Let me get some stuff to drink. But basically, you think that's okay?
That's good.
Well, we're gonna talk about UFO community. Weary of Tom. Yeah, that's another thing. So we're gonna talk about Tom, and we're gonna get into it. We're gonna show you his commercial that he has, and talk about if this whole thing is real or if it's fake. We've talked about the guy from Blink-182. We talked about it a bunch, but it was recently on the news and things like that, like the actual news. So we're gonna.
Fox covered it.
Yeah, I'm not a big proponent of Fox, but I don't want to get into that, and But if
Fox
if a YouTube video,
network,
if a YouTube video about aliens makes it onto the news, that's weird. That's really weird. I mean, how often do you think that happens? So we're gonna get into that as soon as Shaggy gets this bottle open. We'll have Blink-182. We'll have Blink-182 times before tell us who Tom DeLonge is. What's that mean? What does he mean by that? Why am I reading that?
We'll have to Blink-182 times before.
Why am I reading that?
They tell us who Tom DeLonge is. We will have to blink 180. We'll have to blink 182 times.
Okay, I get
before that we tell him. Okay.
Ha ha ha.
Yes.
It took us a while. Okay. I remember
Good play on words.
Yeah. We talked about it a bunch, but we're gonna legitimately talk about it and show you
Tell
guys.
her to stop.
Don't ever stop, dude. Hope this is good. I have high hopes for this. Stop. Get the.
I'll bring out my chalice.
Oh my gosh, I approve.
You do?
I approve.
Good.
Oh my god. Let me show them the bottle real quick. So, check that out.
182.
Chocolate shop, baby. The chocolate lover's wine. And it's actually really good. I condone. It is like drinking a cherry chocolate candy. Isn't that weird?
Ruby likes it. Hey, you like it.
Alright.
Let's do this.
Back to the plot here. A hard time staying on point.
Yeah, sorry.
You like chocolate? You should get this wine. It was cheap. It was like $10 for the whole bottle. We should cork this though, because we have a habit of spilling things. Well, Shaggy does. Shaggy, I was thinking how funny it would be if somebody could put a montage together of how many times you've spilled stuff on stream and I've yelled at you. Like how funny it would be to see that.
There you go, guys.
Like
that's your project.
It would be so funny to watch me be like, "Stop! Why'd you do that?" Because I always yell at him for spilling the wine or the beer. I mean, there hasn't been a single stream. I don't think that we haven't spilled something, so it's gonna happen.
Yeah, it'll probably happen today.
Right, cheers.
Cheers to that.
Whoa! Don't break my glass. This chalice is much thicker. Oh my gosh, that's smooth. All right.
That's delicious.
So I'm gonna get this video up, but basically, I'll start.
Well, let's give it a little background first.
Yeah, should I start with the Joe Rogan thing? Like just talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm a total I bet. I mean, he is too. All good people are klutz. I mean, if you're perfect, you're probably not any fun to hang out with. But mine doesn't clean up easy. Well, we have a really dark colored carpet, so probably didn't clean up easy, but you wouldn't know.
They do make red wine stain remover.
They do. That's true. One of the first things you bought me.
Yeah.
Yeah, that just shows our relationship. So anyway, I'm gonna turn this down a little bit because this music is just too chill. I'm gonna fall asleep. So I have started really liking Joe Rogan. You don't necessarily have to like Joe Rogan, but he's a pretty good host. Something can be knocked over, stepped on, broken. Dear God. And he did a whole thing with Tom DeLonge, and it's
he has his own podcast.
Yeah,
show.
the whole podcast with Tom DeLonge. Was it like 2.5 hours?
Something like that.
Yeah, it's like 2.5 hours of him sitting there with Tom DeLonge, and things get weird. It was so weird that I literally watched it twice, because I watched it alone, and then I told him about it and said that we had to watch it again, because I was just so baffled by it. Thing. And I guess how it all starts off is Tom DeLonge obviously is in a band, Blink-182, if you're not familiar with that, and the Joe Rogan Experience.
Yep.
No, well, he's done that show.
No, it is.
No,
Is
it's
it?
not called. No, that's when he wanted to prove if things were like.
Oh, is
fake.
it?
I think that's when he would test theories and stuff like that, like conspiracies.
Oh,
and stuff.
that was his
when
TV
he would test
show?
like medical healing and stuff, and he would go do
That
like
was
remote
his
viewing.
That was his
and,
TV show?
Yeah, that was his TV show. It was a good TV show. I
so-
watched it a bunch.
For some reason, I thought that was his
No, I think
podcast.
it might just be his podcast. It might be. It doesn't really matter.
Whatever.
So I'm not gonna fight.
It's the
with
thing
that.
on YouTube.
Yeah. So anyway. So Tom talks about how when he was touring with Blink-182, when he was on the tour bus, how he used to just read alien books like nonstop because people didn't really have the cell phones they have and stuff nowadays when it was like the 90s. Okay, cool. And so I guess he got really into the alien thing and started researching stuff. And supposedly, he found out more information than the average Joe.
According to him, Tom DeLonge was able to, just by reading what was already out there, put together what the normal person could not put together. And apparently he was right.
And they noticed him, like they as in...
The government.
The government, like people looking at us all the time or something, noticed that Tom was onto something because he produced a book called Secret Machines. It's S-E-K-R-E-T, like
Long
secret,
time
bizarre.
ago he put this out.
And I haven't read the book. I probably should have, but I have not read the book. But when this book came out, government was like all over him because supposedly he figured something. Yeah, then he had figured something out that normal people hadn't figured out, and he wouldn't tell Joe what exactly he has figured out. And that's why Joe was like, "Fuck this guy. I want to know."
Yeah, he was saying he wasn't allowed to say.
Yeah, he wasn't allowed to say a lot of stuff, and there's people analyzing his body language online and stuff, and apparently they said he's like withholding information, like he's telling as much truth as he can, But so he goes through this roundabout story about how the government officials had contacted him, and he met them in secret buildings and like had meetings with them, and it all sounds like a bunch of bullshit until you find out who he's talking to, and it's like. What do you say? Tom is onto something or just on something? Yeah, that's basically the whole basis of this. That is exactly why we're talking about this because that's one of the things. Like, is he just fucked up?
There's going to be a poll later on.
Yes, on what you decide to believe here. But so yeah, the government runs him around. They have all these secret meetings with him, and supposedly they tell him that they found a live creature or something like that, or something.
Yeah, they found a
What did they used a specific term?
Yeah, a specific term. It was
What was it?
I don't think
in World War II.
I don't think it was.
And that's why the Cold.
No, it was during the Cold War.
That's why the Cold War went cold. Yeah.
It stayed cold. Yeah, it never went hot.
That's why. Yeah. What did he say?
I want to say it was a living organism or something like that.
Yeah, they found something. Supposedly during the Cold War.
the exact wordage
this is the information he puts on Joe. Joe's just like with this dopey face, like, what the fuck are you telling me?
And it's not the whole Roswell thing or anything like that.
During the Cold War, and at this point, I am like watching this podcast, like I can't even breathe. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? The dude from Blink-182 just told me that during the Cold War they found an alien. Like I'll never get over that moment, feeling like
a
what
living
the fuck?
specimen or something.
Yeah, we can't find the exact wordage. That's not what he said. He said something else, but it doesn't really matter. And during this whole thing, I'm just thinking in my head, like, could this be real? Like, what the fuck is this? It sounds like Tom's trying to sell something at one point.
Because he has this company now called To the Stars Academy, which is supposedly they're like a movie company. They put out films and stuff like that.
His idea, go ahead.
But his idea is to put out films slowly, some being true, some being not true about what's going on, so he can slowly expose the American public to what's really going on in a way that supposedly we can handle. But he was also asking us to buy stocks in his company.
And that's when I was like, and he's like, we should buy stocks. I'm like, what are you doing? We don't have any money. Like, we're not buying stocks.
I was thinking either way. Well, either way, even if it's false and he's not telling the truth, his stocks could still rise.
Do you think we're on the tiles yet? I'm just like thinking in my head.
I don't know.
2 people in here, and they're 2 of my favorite people in the whole world.
Should I double check to make sure we're not?
I'm cool having a party of these guys all night.
I'm gonna double check real quick.
You can double check. Be right back. Controller's almost dead.
Yeah.
Only audio being broadcasted.
We're online.
We're on. We're good. That means we should be on. It's just really late. I doubt that.
I'm gonna be back. I'm gonna get the charger so the playroom music doesn't start again.
Oh God, hurry! I don't want to hear that fucking devil shit. So anyway, so yeah, Shaggy was thinking about buying stocks, and I was like, don't you dare! We're all watching you. Oh, Homebody's in here too. I like you too. Sorry for always picking on your curtain, but it's gotta go.
I'm sorry, I'm not a fan of the curtain either, Homebody.
It's not even a real curtain. That's the real conspiracy here. Like.